So, 2 days ago, I bet $60,000 on myself. I left my job just to pursue my business full time. For a long time, I've just been, you know, trying to quit my job, find an escape, or actually just been giving myself reasons to quit and excuses for why I'm not starting. And now I was like, you know what? I'm sick and tired of it. So I'm just gonna quit this thing and just do what I told myself I would. Uh, and honestly, it is one of the scariest decisions of my life because $60,000 is a lot of money, especially when you have, you know, not a lot of money in your bank account. Um, you've got bills to pay, you've got a mortgage you're taking care of. I'm lucky that I don't have any family expenses. Like I don't have a family to, you know, take care of or feed. I mean, I've got my parents, my brother, and my brother's got his own family. Um, but I'm lucky that way because that would definitely take a little bit of a toll on my income, which isn't even there to begin with. So that was the decision I made, and honestly, it was more so to see what I can be instead of just okay, I want to be, I want to make 10,000, 20,000, or whatever the amount of money was. Um, I just want to see what I can do, and I just want to keep the promises that I've made to myself that were unkept, that have been unkept in the past. And it truly is, it truly takes a lot of strength. And I thought it was going to be easy, but I was sweating. I was anxious. I was nervous just before I was going to take my, just before I was going to give my notice. And it was scary. And honestly, it felt nothing as compared to the way I felt yesterday. So, like, one day after giving the notice. The next morning, you're like, all right, well, I don't have a boss. I don't have to wake up on time. I could just, I could just literally just do whatever I want. However, that's a scary trap to fall into because when you don't have anybody keeping you accountable, you have to be willing to keep yourself accountable and promise and keep the promise that you made to yourself. Because if you don't do that, then you're just basically making it easy for you to fall into the trap of complacency. You're just making it easy for yourself uh, to to give up. You're giving reasons for you to not work. Um, Having a boss to wake you up, how miserable is that? Like, you literally had no other drive in life, or having no boss to wake you up, and then you wake up late. That's even worse because that means you just never had that drive or that mission or that purpose or that sense of achievement of purpose or whatever you want to call it. But that was me yesterday. So usually I would wake up at 7, but yesterday I didn't have a boss to be like, okay, I gotta wake up at 7 or whatever. You get fired, or you get in the bad books of the manager and whatnot. I woke up at 7:41 yesterday, and I felt terrible. I was like, what am I doing? Because I mean, I shouldn't need somebody to keep myself accountable. Especially, I have failed at business. I wouldn't call it fail. I've had setbacks uh, last year, and those were the same things. Like I wouldn't wake up early. I wouldn't do what I said I would. I would just chase girls instead of working. It was terrible, and I felt ashamed of myself yesterday because I was like, why am I doing this? Why didn't I even leave my job if I was going to do these things again? And that was kind of an eye-opening moment in a way. So yesterday I was like, okay, well, that is done. Now let's get to work. And then, I promised, originally I promised myself to wake up at 4 a.m., do some work from 4 to 8. And it's just, I just felt bad, and I felt terrible about myself that I wasn't able to make that timeline. And I was like, I'm not gonna do that again. It's hard, but I'm gonna do my best to not to. So today, I woke up at 4 a.m. and right now it's 5:17. So I guess you can call this a coffee, and I'm having my coffee. So I guess you can call it a 5 a.m. coffee. And coffee's good, by the way. Like I like a dark roast, and make it on my French press. It all settles down. If anybody knows how to make it better and have it not just settle down, so the entire coffee is settled down, and all I'm drinking is the water that is on top. So it doesn't taste that great, but I'm okay with it. It's good. Like it doesn't take much time to make a coffee on French press, so that's okay.